been wanting to make this video ever since I started my channel. I used to watch other people's videos on this topic and I always found it so fascinating to learn how much you can actually make from a YouTube channel, especially as a small YouTuber. And since I was starting my YouTube channel, I wanted to know kind of just like a rough idea of what to expect. Like, am I putting in all of these hours of work for $30? So back when I was researching this and watching other people's videos on this topic, I was like, whenever I get there, I want to make a video like that too, because hopefully I can just kind of help someone out with all the things that I've learned over my time being a YouTuber. But before we dive into it, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to every single person that has been supporting my YouTube journey, watching my videos, commenting on my videos, sharing them with their friends and family and all of that, and all the people hyping me up in my comments. Those literally make it worth it for me. Like when I get the nice ones, I'm like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. Also, at the end of this video, I'm gonna share 5 tips that I have that I feel like really helped me get to this point. So if there's any other YouTubers out there that are working on growing a YouTube channel, hopefully these tips might help you out a little bit. So if you're new to my channel, I figured I would just give you kind of a recap of what has happened since I started my channel and talk through some of my milestones and how long it took me to get to this point. I feel like I say this in every single video, but if you're new here, I got laid off at the beginning of this year, and after feeling, you know, despair and not knowing what the heck I'm gonna do with my life, I honestly took the time to really think about what I wanted. And I have always felt like a 9-to-5 really isn't for me. And so after a few friends of mine, as well as my husband, encouraged me to start a YouTube channel, I went ahead and just dove right into it. So with that, let's just recap some of my milestones and what's led me to this point in July. I actually really started posting videos and working on building a channel and a community here in January. By the end of the month, I had finished off with around 303 subscribers. And honestly, I feel like majority of that was family, friends. I posted this on Instagram that I was starting a YouTube channel, so I know a lot of people came over from Instagram and that type of thing. Also, it's worth mentioning during this entire first like 4 or 5 months starting my YouTube channel, I posted a lot of YouTube shorts, and I honestly think that posting shorts was a big reason why I was able to grow so fast. So just keep that in mind, but that also contributes to some of these like total views in the month numbers. So in February, I posted every single day, like a whole YouTube video every single day. I really was just trying to like feel it out, get a good idea of what types of videos I like to make, try out different like style of content and that type of thing. And so in the month of February, I finished that month with 425 total subscribers and I gained 16.7 thousand views. Then March came around and I pulled way back on my posting. I posted 3 times per week, and that was still kind of a lot of work, honestly. But in the month of March, I decided to actually post YouTube shorts every single day. I just wanted to experiment with that and see if that had any kind of impact on like subscribers and views and that type of thing. And honestly, that did pan out pretty well for me. I ended the month of March with 601 subscribers and 41.5 thousand views. Then we get to April. Honestly, April, I remember it was a little bit of a doozy. I feel like I was feeling in a little bit of a slump. I felt like because I was at like 600 subscribers, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. The 1K was like so close, I could taste it, you know what I mean? And so it just felt really slow and like it was just kind of like an uphill battle for me. But by the end of April, I did end up finishing the month with 860 subscribers and 38.2 thousand views. And at this point, I did pull back a lot on like shorts and that type of thing. All right, and then May came around and things got a little wild. So let's talk about what happened in May really quick. So obviously my channel is kind of like a lot of different topics and I am really trying to narrow it down a bit. But one thing that I have always been super passionate about is like personal finance, passive income, side hustles. So I figured, you know, since financial wellness is part of your overall wellness, why not make a video about it? And that side hustles video that I made, it kind of popped off. So because of that, in May, I like blew past the 1,000 subscriber mark. So in the month of May alone, I gained 839 subscribers, which is freaking crazy because I started the month with 860 subscribers. So I almost doubled my subscriber count in the month of May alone. It took me like 4 or 5 months to get to that 860 mark, and then in 1 month I doubled it. So I ended the month of May with just shy of 1,700 subscribers. It was $16.99, and in that month I gained 37.9 thousand views. So that brings us to June. I became eligible for monetization on June 1st. I actually did a whole separate video on like what happens when you become eligible for monetization. If you're curious about like the actual steps of how your YouTube studio changes and looks after getting monetized, what all you have to like fill out, how long the actual application process takes. So if you're curious about that, I would recommend you go check out that video. But in the month of June, I didn't really have any other videos kind of pop off the same way that the side hustles video did, but I will say I had a handful of videos in the month of June that just kind of like started to pick up a bit more. But honestly, June was pretty crazy with my YouTube growth. I gained 1.3K subscribers. Let's just like let that sink in for a minute. It took me 5 months to hit the 1K subscriber mark, and then in 1 month alone I gained over 1,000 subscribers. Like that brought my total subscriber count at the very last day of June, just a few days ago, up to 2,963. And in the month of June I also gained 67,000 views, and again, a lot of that was from the side hustles video. So it is kind of crazy to see how a video that kind of just like pops off can really just like derive so much of your channel. All right, and that brings us to July. As I'm recording this, it is July 6th, and I have broken that 3,000 subscriber mark, which is so freaking crazy. I was watching Alexis Eldridge's video about this topic, and I remember she said like, one thing that I always think about when I'm feeling like maybe discouraged, like, oh, 500 subscribers, like that's not very many. She was like, I Google what 500 subscribers looks like in a room, and then you can actually see like how many people that is. So yeah, I'm still a really tiny YouTuber. 3,000 subscribers is like not that much in the grand scheme of YouTube, but 3,000 people are interested in watching my videos, and that's actually a lot of people. If you ever get discouraged about, you know, I only have 1,000 subscribers or 500 subscribers, think about how many people that actually is and what that would look like at your house. All right, so now that we've talked about my journey, some of my milestones, let's talk about the thing that you want to know, which is how much money I made in the month of June. I just want to preface this by saying I know that it varies a lot by niche, and I have heard anecdotally that lifestyle channels tend to have pretty decent CPMs. And if you're new here and you don't know what I typically make videos about, I am very much a lifestyle channel. I make all sorts of kind of like health and wellness type of videos. So with that being said, my grand total for the month of June, drum roll please, $634.21. You guys, that is kind of freaking wild. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I had watched a lot of different people's videos on this exact topic, how much money you could expect to make in your first month being monetized. Honestly, I was expecting maybe like $300 or $400, but I was hoping for 500, and the fact that I surpassed that $634, you guys, like I'm just like so happy about that, especially considering all the crap I've dealt with this year with like work and job searching and all of that. So I wanted to share a few other stats if anyone is curious. I find all of these different statistics super interesting, so hopefully you do too. So the first one is my RPM, and for those of you who don't know what CPM and RPM is, basically the way that YouTube kind of calculates how much money you get paid is by CPM, and CPM is basically what a brand or business and advertiser is willing to pay for every 1,000 views on a video. And then YouTube actually takes a 45% cut of that number, so the creator gets 55% of that number. So for me in the month of June, my RPM, so my cut, was $9.62 for every 1,000 views, which means my CPM was around $17.50. And again, I've heard anecdotally that like a $10 RPM or a $20 CPM is actually pretty good. So I'm really happy with that. I mean, of course, if I can increase it and figure out how to increase it, then great. And one other thing that I find super interesting is how much money I've made from each specific video, at least so far. Keep in mind that as I continue to get more views over time, like those videos that I've already posted are going to continue to make money, which is awesome. So of course, this should be no surprise, but my side hustles video made me the most money in the month of June. And that video made me, you guys, this is insane what I'm about to say. This video made me $500 $137.12. So like honestly, majority of what I made last month was from my side hustles video. My passive income video was my second highest paid video, and that one made me $14.17. Then my third highest paying video was actually my 10 daily habits, 10 daily non-negotiable habits, whatever. That video made me $10.47. And this one is actually pretty interesting because looking at my view count, it's not my third highest viewed video, if that makes sense. And it's because the CPM, RPM is a lot higher on that one. So it just kind of goes to show like how much the CPM can really impact how much you end up getting paid for a video. And one more stat for you guys, because I just, again, find this really interesting. So the least amount I made in one single day was on June 24th. I made $9.89, so still pretty solid. And the most I made on a single day was on June 12th, and that was $37.51. And again, I think that this is just so crazy, wild, awesome, because I'm not putting videos out every single day, but I'm still making money every single day. I have a lot of days where it's truly passive income. I'm going for a hike, I'm traveling to California, I'm laying in my floaty in my pool, and I'm still making money from my YouTube videos. Like, how awesome is that? But with all of that being said, I feel like I have experimented so much over the last 6 months starting my YouTube channel, especially because again, I have been able to do it full time. I wanted to share kind of like 5 tips, insights, whatever you want to call it, with you guys. And hopefully if anybody out there is trying to start a YouTube channel, then maybe these will help you out. I really hope that they do. All right, so these kind of 5 tips I have for you guys are truly like learn from my mistakes type of tips. And yeah, so hopefully they help you out. So the first kind of like learning tip, insight, you don't have to have a niche in order to get started, but I do think that having a niche will help you grow a lot faster. I feel like that's one thing that I really struggled with when I started my channel, because basically I knew I really wanted to focus on like health and fitness, but I also didn't want that to be like the only thing that my channel was about. And then I almost made it like too broad. I made all sorts of kind of random content and it almost like didn't make sense, and I feel like that contributed to my channel taking a little bit more time to grow. I mean, even if I had stuck with just like days in my life, I think that that might have even been faster than what I did, because I did literally like what I eat in a day. I did a whole like book review series. I did a video about baking, and then I've done like travel vlogs and days in my life, and literally just so many different things. Even if I had just stuck with like focusing a little bit more on wellness, health and wellness, which is kind of what I'm trying to do now, that would have helped me a lot more with kind of staying in my lane. You don't have to have a super specific niche. I didn't. I'm still growing. I've made it to 3,000 subscribers, so you can too. I think the most important thing is just start. Don't delay it. Just start. If you don't know what to make videos about, just start making videos and you'll figure it out. That's what I did. But again, I think if you did narrow down your niche a little bit more, you would probably see growth a lot faster. All right, tip, insight, learning number 2 is to open up and be vulnerable. I think a lot of my videos that have performed well are ones where I'm sharing about my unemployment struggles, talking about what I'm going through right now, which is mentally dealing with getting laid off and how much that sucks and how much of a blow it is to your ego and how hard the job market is right now. Or I've also posted videos where I'm just like having a bad day and talking through it. And I had a friend tell me the other day, like, I actually really appreciated you saying that you were feeling in a little bit of a rut. You're just like in a bad mood, not sure how to pull yourself out of it. She was like, I get like that too. And it's nice to hear that I'm not alone. So I think if there's anything that you can open up about, be vulnerable about, that just helps people like relate to you more. And ultimately, I think really contributes to growth for your YouTube channel and ultimately like building you a really solid community. All right, tip, learning, insight number 3 is to provide value while still showing your personality. I kind of had like a moment of clarity with this one. I was really struggling to see my channel grow. I was getting really frustrated and I was making, you know, days in my life, those types of vlogs. And while those are great, I think that those have a place, hopefully like help you get to know me a lot better on a more personal level. But like as a really small YouTuber, I almost think it's more important that you are providing value, because when you think about it, if you only have like 300 views on a video, like why should somebody click on your video? Some of my videos that have done the best for me are videos that are how to make friends. Like that video has almost 900 views, which is a lot of views for me. How to get monetized. That video is doing pretty well. My 1,000 subscribers video, that video has done really well because I'm actually providing value. I'm providing tips to grow your YouTube channel. I'm providing actual ways to like meet new people and make friends. And in those videos, I still try to show, you know, a little bit of my personality. In the side hustles video, I'm not just saying like I do Rover. I'm saying like here I am like with the dogs that I'm dog sitting marketing and just like try and show a little bit more of my personality through these super value add type of videos. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck, really just focus on like the value proposition. All right, tip, insight, learning number 4 is to experiment and learn. I think this is true for literally every aspect of your channel. I've experimented with different thumbnail styles where I've done like the 4 squares, 4 columns, photo montage, 1 big picture. I'm trying out different styles of thumbnails. I'm trying out different titles. I'm doing like all caps. I'm doing no caps. And also with my video content, I do sit down videos like this. I do vlog style. I do days in my life. I take you to the gym with me. Like I do all sorts of different types of videos. And I think by experimenting, you can kind of figure out not only what sticks with your viewers, arguably more important, what types of videos you actually like to make. Experiment with different types of things, then learn from it and implement your learnings on your future videos. All right, tip, learning, insight number 5. You guys are gonna be mad at me for this one, but I think it's so true. And this one is to be patient, be consistent. Honestly, I have to remind myself of this one all the time. I get impatient with my channel. I want it to grow faster. I want my videos to be getting more views, but at the end of the day, YouTube is a long-term game. It's not like TikTok where you can just blow up overnight. Yes, I have had one video that has like 80,000 views now, but that has taken like almost 2 months to gain 80,000 views. It's not like I got 80,000 views overnight. Of course, yes, anyone could go viral on YouTube as well. It's just the algorithm is a lot more complicated. It's not as easy as it is on TikTok or other platforms. I know it is so slow at the beginning of starting your channel. I know it. Like I have been through it. I talked about it at the beginning of this video. Back in March, April, even first half of May, I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking so long. I just want to hit 1,000 subscribers. I just want to get monetized. So I know it takes time. But the other thing that I know for sure is that the surefire, absolute way to not grow is to give up. I think that this is true for most things in life. If you are trying to lose 20 pounds, if you are trying to get a promotion at work, if you are trying to grow and build a beautiful garden in your backyard, or if you're trying to build a YouTube channel, none of this is gonna happen overnight. It takes time to get a promotion. You're gonna have to consistently put work in, perform well in order to get a promotion. If you wanna lose 20 pounds, it's not gonna happen overnight. You're gonna have to put in the time at the gym. You're gonna have to put in the time with your diet. You're gonna have to go exercise, go get steps in every single day. It's gonna take time, energy, effort. If you wanna build a garden, it's going to take planting the seeds, watering them every day, making sure that they're getting sunshine, giving them fertilizer, and it's gonna take months in order to see your plants grow. And the same goes for YouTube. You're gonna have to put in the time, energy, effort, and you're gonna have to be patient. Like good things take time. So again, I'm trying to tell myself this all the time, remind myself of this, but just be patient, be consistent. If you wanna see your garden grow, you're gonna have to water it every single day. All right, you guys, I think that that is it and everything that I wanted to share on this video. I hope that this video really shows you and anybody else out there trying to start a YouTube channel that though it does take time, energy, effort, patience, YouTube really can grow into something that is a very solid side hustle at the least, if not become a full-time source of income. And again, I am beyond grateful for every single person that has been helping my channel grow, has been watching my videos, supporting me, encouraging me, been hyping me up in my comments. I cannot thank you enough because you are really helping this dream of mine become a reality. So if you did find this video helpful, interesting, encouraging for your own YouTube journey, please let me know in the comments. I would love to just hear about your own YouTube journey and what you found interesting in this video. Anyways, I think that that is all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button because it just helps me know like what types of videos you guys like to see from me. And also, if you're new here, I would love for you to stick around. So please hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you never miss another video from me. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will catch up with you guys next time. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the link above where I've linked my entire YouTube tips playlist.